Oh, here we are. Okay. Got a response about Assassin's Creed Shadows. To our esteemed Japanese community, a message from the Assassin's Creed Shadows development team. First, we want to express our heartfelt thanks for all your support for the Assassin's Creed series, which now has its own history spanning almost 20 years. Over this time, we have explored various settings, time periods, and characters, from an assassin during the Third Crusade to a Viking in 9th century England and countless more. For many of our team, creating an Assassin's Creed game set in feudal Japan has been a long cherished dream. Since the announcement of Assassin's Creed Shadows, we have received many positive reactions, but also some criticism, including from you, our Japanese players. We're all Japanese. We share your passion for history and deeply respect your care for the historical and cultural integrity of your rich heritage. We would like to address a few points to clarify our intentions and creative decisions. So here's the thing, okay? You lost right there, right? Because you're making a game in feudal Japan, and it's not hard. All you got to do is stick to the script. What was feudal Japan like? And, make it theme it like that. But now you're about to go down the rabbit hole of justifying your bullshit. All right, let's continue. Overall authenticity efforts. We have put significant effort into ensuring an immersive and respectful representation of feudal Japan. However, our intentions have never been to present any of our Assassin's Creed games, including Assassin's Creed Shadows, as factual representations of history or historical characters. Instead, we aim to spark curiosity and encourage players to explore and learn more about the historical settings we get inspired by. Assassin's Creed Shadows is first and foremost designed to be an entertaining video game that tells a compelling historical fiction set in feudal Japan. Our team extensively collaborated with external consultants, historians, researchers, and internal teams at Ubisoft Japan to inform our creative choices. Despite these sustained efforts, we acknowledge that some elements in our promotional material have caused concern within the Japanese community. For this, we sincerely apologize. All game footage presented so far in its development and the game will keep evolving until launch. Based on the constructive criticism we have received, we will continue our efforts until we put this game into your hands and beyond. We also want to clarify that while we have been consulting with many people throughout the development process, they are in no way responsible for the decisions that are taken by the creative teams in the interest of gameplay and entertainment. Consequently, we respectfully request that any criticism not be directed at our collaborators, both internal and external. Yes, I would completely agree. This needs to be directed at the messed up people making this game. They're all messed up in the head, not the outside contributors, right? All they can do is provide information. However true that is, and we know some of that shit ain't true, but it is what it is. Direct it towards Ubisoft. Creative liberties and historical inspirations. While we strive for authenticity in everything that we do, Assassin's Creed games are a work of fiction inspired by real historical events and figures. From its inception, the series has taken creative license and incorporated fantasy elements to craft engaging and immersive experiences. The representation of Yasuki in our game is an illustration of this. His unique and mysterious life made him an ideal candidate to tell an Assassin's Creed story with the setting of feudal Japan as a backdrop. While Yasuki is depicted as a samurai in Assassin's Creed Shadows, we acknowledge that this is a matter of debate and discussion. We have woven this carefully into our narrative, and with our other lead character, the Japanese shinobi Naoi, who is equally important in the game, our dual protagonists provide players with different gameplay styles. We greatly value your feedback and encourage you to continue sharing your thoughts respectfully. While we understand that meeting everyone's expectation is very difficult. We sincerely hope that when Assassin's Creed Shadows launches on November 15th, players in Japan and around the world will appreciate the dedication, effort, and passion we have poured into it. The Assassin's Creed Shadows development team. You know, the most jacked up part of like this whole bullshit is, while we strive for authenticity in everything that we do part. It's crap. I mean, it's just like, you're not striving for authenticity. Okay? I would be curious to see if we can get some census data as to how many black people were in Japan during this time period. This dude belongs in Madden. Not Feudal Japan, not Assassin's Creed Shadows. Like, what's the why would you make the main male character black? Seriously, he should be recruited in the new game, NCAA 25, out of Florida as a wide receiver. Why is he here? I mean, the game looks fantastic. I'm not going to say it doesn't, but some of the design choices make no sense when it comes to this game. It's just real simple. You made a game around Japanese culture, Japanese historical culture at that, and basically you're saying, hey, Japan, you had it wrong from the beginning. You should have been more diversified. You should have had more diversity with your population back then. Y'all had it wrong. And that's bullshit. You know, all you had to do was say, hey, you know what? Japan at that point in time had great culture, had great history. And like, there's a really popular show out right now called Shogun. Look how, like, people talk about how great that is. I haven't even seen it. People talk about how great that is. Another great movie, The Last Samurai, depicts this time period on the samurai culture is so greatly represented. I feel like greatly represented in that movie as a Western white male that apparently I can't have an opinion on anything. But it's basically like they said, hey, you know what, Japan, y'all didn't have enough diversity. We want to, correct y'all's history. Is basically what they did.